Hi everybody, it's Colin here from Woodthorpe International. Well, scenery work, not a lot. I've managed just to grasp this area and that's it. The only other thing I have done is put a couple of rocks on there so I can just get my fingers on it for now. It's sitting okay, but I had a good idea from Richard in America to put a telegraph pole in to help hold it in place and then run carry on running the telegraph pole to, the building or electric pole. So that was a good idea, but then I can just pull it out to get to these points if I need to, and then all I have to do is just guide it back in, but I'm not squeezing on the grass using them, and then it's back in. I'm going to have to come up with something down here so I can squeeze it in. Put another rock or something on here so I can push. And there's going to be bushes in to get this area, but it generally it works. It holds it down at this end. That's the main thing. Just haven't got round to doing anything on it because I've put a couple of more engines onto iTrain this week, speed matched them and stuff. And last week we had 7 trains running. Well, this week I'm going to have 10 trains running. Now, one's a bit of a cheat, and that's that one. Because that line doesn't have all its separate blocks. It's not connected fully, only half of the track, and that's from about there all the way around to over that point there is onto iTrain with separate blocks, but the rest of it isn't. So I just run the train myself. So I'm driving that one. But the others are all going to be by iTrain. And more things happen with the extra 2 trains on iTrain, even though there's an extra 3 in number. So there's 3 English, there's 3 Japanese, and there's 3 American. And the Japanese and America are driving on the correct side for that country. The English are driving on the correct side for them, and that European train is driving on the correct side for that one. It won't do when it's fully up and running and connected to the English layout, because the English layout is on the same level. It will come and drive on the left like they do in Japan and England. So I've got them all ready. All I've got to do is go and press the play button and things should start to happen. I'll just pause you till I go over there. Even though iTrain has paused everything, it's still allowing me to drive the trains. It's just anything under its control, it's paused. So let me find my mouse. Where are you? There you are. And let's click play and enjoy. See what happens. Those two trains are running. The blue coach one, the E7's coming up to America. There's that one going. That's not moving yet. That English train is moving, and so's that English train. That one can't move, the Japanese, until the E5 has moved away. And that one's just thinking. Don't know why, but it is. I have noticed that iTrain plans ahead, so that doesn't move for quite a while, because what it may have decided to do is send it straight on, but it's decided to leave it here until that point can be changed, because the E7 is going to come up. So it's already made its mind up to send it straight on, so it'll just pause everything in the correct place. And that can't go any further because of that. So I'll just let things develop. Will that now go? I've just noticed the Alaskan train's moved away, because when I looked, the E5 is coming into this bit to pause to decide what it's going to do. And I would say it will probably send it straight on. And we'll see. Yeah. And now this other Japanese train can move forward. I just love all the different countries running, and I actually like them going the same way. The E7's having to wait before that point because of that being in the block before. So there's a point there, and that's where the block ends. Oh, I do like this. That's going back into the station. That one's now moving on. The E7 is moving forward, and we'll stop just a little bit further round, and then it should stop. Yeah, that's now moving because the other one's clear. The train I'm controlling is still running. The E5 had to wait because that American train had just come up the helix. So they're on there wait, and again, as I said last week, they will wait up to a certain amount of time and vary each time it stops. Now there is a train going down here. You may just catch sight of it there. And the E7 has to wait because it has a restriction that it can't go into this block here. Because for some reason that back coach, I just need to do a bit of work on the bogie, comes off when it just comes onto the bridge. So I've just put a restriction on, so if it comes up, it'll always go back down. So it'll wait until we see the Japanese train appear, and then it should start to go. I turn away and it starts to move. As I said, it had to go down. E5 should be able to go now. Yeah, the E5 is moving round. E7 moving on. But it's good fun having all those, and once I get the other line working, and if I can get the station extra line for this one to go from that point all the way down to that point over there, then I might be able to have another Japanese train on. Don't know. But it will give it another way of using the layout. My next job, hopefully by the end of the month, I want to replace all of the Kato temporary track and put in this curve point here, over there, for that line, and get the other station, the other line put in good and proper, and then get it connected up to, to independent blocks. And I think I only need 2 more units to finish Japan off, and maybe 2 more point units. But I know I'm standing doing this, but sitting, sometimes I sit with the windows open and just looking and just watching trains go past, and I'm having, I've done the work by getting it all set up, doing all the electrical work, loading everything onto the iTrain, and then just sitting back and then reaping the rewards, basically. So thanks very much for watching. Hit the like button if you would please, and leave a comment. And thank you very much. Bye for now. Bye.